We're officially a couple of days away from the NBA season, and it's time to give our award winners predictions and who's going to be winning the NBA championship. So stay tuned to the end of the video for the NBA championship, but let's get right to it. Do you want to start off with a big one, MVP, or do you want to lead up to that?
Let's lead up to it. Let's start off with Coach of the Year.
There are many options, man. Many options. We're going to give our top three. I'll give you my honorable mentions as well. Honorable mentions for me, Joe Mazzulla and Rick Carlisle. Those ones are automatic. If they were able to get those teams into the top four with Tyrese Haliburton and Jason Tatum for their respective teams being injured for pretty much the whole year, they deserve a massive shout for the job they do. I have guys like obviously Ime Udoka, JJ Redick, and all these guys that are going to be consideration. But number three for me, I went with David Adelman. Number two, Mike Brown. And number one, Quinn Snyder.
At number three, I went with Ime Udoka. At number two, I went with Jamal Mosley. And at number one, I went with Mike Brown.
David Adelman for me. This is going to be his first time head coach. He has a better roster. He should be a top two team in the West, and he'll show that. Michael Malone ain't going to be missed. And obviously, a lot of that helps when you have Nikola Jokic as your point guard, point center, whatever you want to say. The best player in the world is on your team. But for that's going to help you as a coach as well. He's going to be in that consideration.
For three, the reason why is I do believe the Rockets are a top three team in the West. Obviously, I put them there. I didn't put them at number one or two, but I do believe there's a possibility that they could be number one and two. And for that reason, I went with Udoka. And what he did last year with this young team, and now adding Kevin Durant, I feel like his chances have gone up, in my opinion.
Did you have any other honorable mentions that I didn't mention? I know outside of Darko Rajakovic.
That's it.
Number two, I went with Mike Brown. Initially, I put him at number one. Then I'm like, the Knicks were still a really good team last year. It's not like he's going to change their culture. He might change the culture, whatever the case might be, to a certain extent. But the reason why he's still going to be the best. They're going to be the best team in the East, in my opinion. They're not really going from like a 7th place team to a 1st place team like how I have with Quinn Snyder type vibe, right? Mike Brown is going to be really good. He's going to prove to the Sacramento Kings and all of them, like, you should not let me go in the first place because you guys are probably going to be missing the playoffs or just barely be in the play-in. I have him at number two for that reason, because at the end of the day, postseason won't matter in this, but ultimately, if they do it win the championship, he's definitely Coach of the Year in hindsight.
I went with Jamal Mosley at number two. The reason why...
Surprise.
I do believe Orlando Magic are going to take a big jump. I think they could be a top three team in the East with all the injuries that happened to the Celtics and the Pacers and the Bucks. So when I'm looking at Jamal Mosley, they added Desmond Bane, which is going to help their offense and scoring and not lose too much of their defensive identity. And this team is very solid defensively. And if they're healthy, which is obviously going to be a big question mark here, as long as Banchero and Wagner are healthy, I feel like these guys could be a top three team. And I feel like Mosley will get a lot of credit for that.
Number one, I'll let you continue with Mike Brown, since I already talked about him.
Top team in the East. I know they have a potential. I'm not saying they will be, but they have a potential of having the best record in the NBA. The reason why is the competition in the East is not so tough compared to the West. You only play West teams twice a year. East teams, especially in the Atlantic Division, they should be able to beat the Raptors. They should be able to beat the Nets. They should be able to beat the Celtics. And they should be able to beat, I'm missing another team.
Pacers,
the Sixers, yeah. I do believe they're better than... They should handle the Atlantic Division, in my opinion, this year. And on top of that, Pacers and the Bucks being injured. By far, when healthy, this team is right now the best. Because they're the only one.
Injured, but...
But they literally get injured and they just let him go.
Yeah.
So I would still classify that same thing almost. But I'm just looking at the Knicks being a bona fide 1 seed. The only team that could give them competition is the Cavs, because they're the only ones that don't have like their star player injured. So I feel like because of that, the Knicks could have potentially the best record in the NBA.
But even then, Darius Garland is injured to start the year for them as well.
That's true too.
I mean, number one for me is Quinn Snyder. So I feel like the Hawks should give them competition for me. Listen, they were a play-in team last year. They're jumping up for me to be a top 3 team. They have the pieces. The question, Quinn Snyder is this. He's either probably going to be close to Coach of the Year or he's getting fired at the end of the year. If he has them where you have him in the standings, in your standing predictions, he's probably getting fired. Because this is the most talented roster and probably the best roster in a while that Trae Young has around him. There's no more excuses for that team, in my opinion. You are a defensive-minded coach. You got some defensive players on your roster. Jalen Johnson should be healthy to start the year. You had a Depoy, all-defensive team guy, and Dyson Daniels. Quinn Snyder, he's going to lead this team, and he will get Coach of the Year recognition, making that big jump from last year.
Let's move on to Clutch Player of the Year.
Man, many people could win this.
Many people could win this, but my 3 are Luka Dončić, Jalen Brunson, Anthony Edwards.
That's in that order, right? Sorry, Luka Dončić.
Luka at 3, Brunson 2, Ant 1.
Okay, so neither of us have these guys. Honorable mention: Steph Curry, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. We know these guys will always be in that conversation. I do not have Luka Dončić, so technically he's my honorable mention as well. I gave number 3 to Jalen Brunson. Number 2, Trae Young, for obvious reasons. Number 1, I went with Nikola Jokic. Did you say Jokic?
I didn't say
you
Jokic.
didn't say Jokic. Number 3, Jalen Brunson. Yeah, I guess you could talk about for you Brunson as well. Listen, the ball's going to be in his hand late in games. They always end up being in close games. We'll see how much they'll be in close games this year. Clutch time is what, the last 5 minutes, and you're within like 5 to 7 points or something like that. He's shown it in the last couple of years why he'll be doing it, and yeah.
The reason why I have Brunson in this conversation, and honestly, when I was looking at him last year, I feel like he should be able to win this year. This guy was a very good fourth quarter player last year.
Yeah.
Like, I remember games against the Lakers and games throughout the year where there were close games and Brunson took over in the fourth. So obviously that's the main definition of clutch player. Obviously is more so the last 5 minutes, but just in the fourth quarter general, Jalen Brunson has been really good last year. So I think he should be able to carry that forward. Luka, similar conversation with LeBron out early. He's going to be having the ball, like you mentioned with Brunson. The same thing with Luka. The ball's going to be in his hands mostly. So either he's going to be setting up people or setting himself up in the fourth quarter. And if the Lakers do want to have some early season success, he's going to have to be able to execute, especially in clutch time early on.
I want Trae Young at number 2. I have the Hawks being third place. It's going to come down to the wire sometimes. Trae Young has shown ice cold ability in the past. Why not put him in here? I went with a little bit, I want to say it was obscure because again, he should be in consideration. I feel like you may have considered him slightly. I'm putting him in my top 3. I really wanted to give him number 1, but I went with him at number 2. You already talked about your number 2 in Brunson.
Yes.
I'll do a number 1 right now quickly. Nikola Jokic. I mean, the guy last year, stats was on his own. He's going to be the guy down the stretch having the ball, whether making plays or hitting shots himself. He's going to be the reason why the Nuggets are going to be a top 2 seed and be close enough to maybe even win the West in terms of standings this year as well. He's the best player in the world. He's going to show his clutch ability once again.
Ant Edwards is number 1 for me because he is by far the best offensive weapon they have. It's not even close. So Ant Edwards, same thing. He's going to have a lot of opportunities in the fourth quarter in the last 5 minutes. He's going to have the ball in his hands, just like Jalen Brunson, just like Luka Dončić, just like Nikola Jokic and Trae Young. So when I'm looking at Anthony Edwards, this team is going to go produce offensively as far as he produces. There's going to be very rare times where he has a bad offensive game and the Timberwolves win. Like, that's just not going to happen many times. I remember it happened one of your Lakers series last year in one game in that. But when I'm looking at it, in my opinion, he's going to have the most opportunities to be clutch in the fourth quarter because of how much they depend on him offensively.
Let's move on to most improved. And my honorable mention was one of the Pacer boys, which is Benedict Mathurin. Now, my top 3, Derek White at number 3, Andrew Nembhard, because I kind of put both of them in there, at number 2. Number 1, I went with Amen Thompson.
Number 3, I went with Derek White. I know we're going to have similar reasons as well. Number 2, I went with Josh Giddey, just because I feel like he's going to be thrusted into a bigger score role.
I'm just saying in general.
It just matters about the player.
But it still matters what team success as well to a certain degree.
Yeah, no, but like the player, this is called most improved player. It's not MVP. And then number 1, I went with Ben Mathurin.
Okay, so I wanted to give you gave Ben Mathurin some love. Derek White, let's both get it out of the way. Derek White, who's going to be the number 2 option is up for grabs. We know the number 1 guy is Jaylen Brown, and we'll see how he does. Derek White has taken steps last year, this year as an offensive player. It could be a 3 or 4 option. Listen, it could be Derek White, it could be Peyton Pritchard, it could be Anthony Simons for all we know that could take this award. We feel like the most realistic guy is Derek White because he has the defensive capabilities as well, and he has shown that he can score. He's done it in the preseason a little bit. Obviously, I don't take too much into consideration with that. Regular season where it matters. Derek White, he's going to be if the Celtics want to make the playoffs, he has to be a big factor of that, scoring wise.
Everything you said about Derek White, if the Celtics want success, he has to be the number 2 scoring option, which is obviously a big role compared to what he had before. So for that, you could see his numbers inflate a lot.
Number 2, I went with Andrew Nembhard. Similar reasons. He's now gonna be the guy with the ball in his hands. He's gonna show his true point guard ability, because it's usually Tyrese Halliburton, so he's playing shooting guard. In Team Canada, he's playing shooting guard to Shai, and Shai said himself that he is one of the best playmakers we have, and he's underrated. He showed a lot of ability during the playoff run, what he can do offensively and defensively, and now he's gonna have time to flourish because Pascal Siakam needs a guy that needs the ball in his hand to make plays. Andrew Nembhard is gonna be that guy, so he's gonna get the shout for me over Ben Mathurin a little bit because he's a bit more consistent in my opinion.
Josh Giddey, I went with number 2 just because I said a little bit before, but there's no more. Obviously, DeMar is gone. We saw this guy step up in the Chicago Bulls.
As the season went on,
As the season went on. This guy's going to be, him and Kobe White are going to be the 1-2 punch there. And he's going to have a lot of opportunities to improve his numbers. I think he could average 20 plus this year for sure, in my opinion. And I know the team might not be successful around him, but for this one, I'm taking more so player and looking at how his numbers will improve. That's why he's not going to win, because my winner is Ben Mathurin, because I know that this guy last season, especially in the postseason, he had games where he got to 20 points I won't say pretty consistently, but most of the time. This year, with Halliburton out, Nembhard's going to be setting up. I feel like his assists will go up for sure, but I don't think his points are going to go up much. I think Ben Mathurin is going to be averaging 22 plus this year, in my opinion.
Fair.
That's my shout. I think he has the ability to do that because he is a good scorer, and overall he's going to have more opportunity. I know the Pacers are like a team and they're well-rounded. Like you have Neesmith who's a scorer, Obi Toppin off the bench, Nembhard could do his thing, TJ McConnell when he comes back healthy can do his thing, and obviously Siakam. But I think if the Pacers want to be successful and I put him in the top 6 spot, I think Ben Mathurin has to be that consistent second scorer to Pascal Siakam.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like Nembhard's numbers are going to go up with points-wise as well. Personally, Mathurin, I'm only just scared of the inconsistency and maybe certain stretches of games as well. Number 1, I went with Ben Thompson. Listen, Fred VanVleet's out. There's talks that this guy might be running point guard for them as well. And he has, like, he should improve his shooting in my opinion as well. That's more of his knock for him and his brother a little bit. He can obviously defend like a monster. He's a good playmaker for his size as well. So depending on like the situation with Fred being out, he might be elevated in those spots to be the second guy. Like, yeah, we know Şengün should be the second guy, but I won't be surprised if this guy takes the reins and he becomes like, kind of like how we all thought Chet Holmgren was going to be the second guy, but J-Dub ended up being the second guy. It might be a similar situation here because we know number 1 is going to be Kevin Durant over there as well. And the Rockets are going to be a very good team this year as well.
Before we move on to our next award, we'd appreciate you guys smash that subscribe button. We're dropping NBA content regularly throughout the season. We are back posting consistently. So if you guys are NBA fans, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell icon so you'll be notified of our future videos as well.
And comment down below who are your award winners for each of these awards and your NBA Finals winner, which we'll be talking about at the end of the video. But let's get right to the Rookie of the Year. I feel like number 1's obvious.
It's obvious.
So it's hard to judge rookies, right? Because we're not the biggest prospect guys in the world. But number 3, I went with VJ Edgecombe. Number 2, I went with Ace Bailey. Number 1, Cooper Flagg.
Number 3, I went with Dylan Harper. 2, Ace Bailey. 1, Cooper Flagg.
VJ Edgecombe. The Sixers have way too many questions. Now, the Sixers' curse could be this guy might get hurt. Like how the rookies usually get hurt sometimes. So that's the concerning part here. But Joel Embiid has played his final preseason game. He can start. We don't know how much time he's going to miss. Last year, Jared McCain was off to a hot start. He was a rookie. I feel like Edgecombe, there's going to be a lot of dependability on VJ Edgecombe, both offensively and especially defensively for these guys. So he's going to get that third shout. He should get a shout to be in the conversation.
I went with Dylan Harper just because, one, he has the biggest opportunity. Yeah, he has the biggest opportunity to continue on the Spurs run. Number 2, I know there's De'Aaron Fox. I know there's Stephon Castle. I know there's Devin Vassell as well. And a lot of depth in their guard positions. But I feel like this guy will be consistently coming off the bench and producing, in my opinion. I feel like he has the best chance to do that. And he has the best chance compared to VJ Edgecombe, who I definitely consider, because he's going to be a starter. He's be going up against big.
Wait, Dylan Harper?
No, VJ.
Oh, yeah.
Dylan Harper is going to be going against second units. So I feel like he could definitely
Steph
produce.
Castle started off the bench last year as well, I believe.
Yeah, so I feel like he has a little bit matchup advantage to really put his name out there, in my opinion.
Number 2, we both went with Ace Bailey, his teammate from college. Is it? No.
Yeah, Rutgers.
Yeah.
Bailey and Harper.
Yeah, I forgot. Sorry.
And they didn't make the madness.
Ace Bailey, he was top 3 pick himself. It was pretty much consensus. Number 1 was Flagg. He should have been number 2 or 3 with Dylan Harper. He falls to the Jazz. The rumors are about the whole situation. We know all that drama. But he's going to show why he was a top 3 projected pick, right? He was supposed to be that number 3 guy going to Philly. He obviously didn't want to go there. Whatever the reason was, I don't know. But he's going to show that he's a really good talent. He's in a situation where he should flourish and show that he is the best player on that team in terms of out of all the young guys, especially. He's going to be the main scorer, the guy with the ball in his hand, and try to show people like, yeah, I am the guy. This is why, essentially, like, nothing else to say. Like he's gonna be the guy in Utah. He should be the guy in Utah, and his numbers should flourish in Utah, in my personal opinion.
Yeah, everything you said about him is what I would say about Ace Bailey and his opportunity. But number one is obvious. One, we know how talented Cooper Flag is. He's shown it in the madness last year and all through his college career and his high school career.
And the USA Select team.
And the USA Select team. But the second factor to this, and where I feel like is a guarantee, is because he's playing with a damn talented team in the Dallas Mavericks. So because for that, all the responsibility is not going to be on him. He just got to show up in moments, and we know that he can execute in those moments. When you have guys like Anthony Edwards, Klay Thompson, Anthony Davis, Klay Thompson, and hopefully returning Kyrie, but DeAndre Russell could do his thing still. I feel like he'll be able to. The pressure's not on him to create for himself, but he should be set up properly with the talent he has around him. And we know he has a talent to take over.
I mean, the opportunity is going to be there for him because Kyrie is out, and he's going to be.
No, so like the point I'm trying to make is it's not the opportunity. The point is he could get set up, whereas Ace Bailey has to literally be the guy.
Because Anthony Davis should be the focus of the team, and he should be the number 2 in my personal opinion.
So and we know that when the ball's in his hands, he should be able to produce.
So he's gonna have that opportunity. He's gonna be the number 2 option in my opinion right away. He looked good in the preseason. He was playing point guard minutes, so we'll see what happens with how that looks. So it's gonna be fun. He's gonna be a good defensive player, obviously, as well. 6th man of the year. My honorable mentions were DeAndre Hunter and Alex Caruso. Are they in your top 3 by any chance?
No.
Okay, so do you have any other honorable mentions?
No.
All right.
I picked my 3 with confidence.
Number 3, I went with Jordan Clarkson. Number 2, I went with Naz Reid. Number 1, I went with a little bit of a bolder one, but has a good shout, Nickeil Alexander-Walker.
Number 3, I went with Grady Dick.
Okay.
Number 2, I went with Malik Monk just because as a 6th man, this guy's been
right now he's projected
incredible.
starter, but we'll see how it looks like.
No.
I mean, I did say that to you a couple of years ago, and he went 6th man.
Yeah, so don't doubt when I got that one right a couple of years ago. And number 1, I feel like this guy has to be the favorite, and it's Naz Reid.
Yeah, I mean, we'll start there then quickly. Naz Reid, he's always in the conversation. That's why I had to put him in my top 3. I just wanted to go a little bit bolder with his former teammate being the guy to win it this year. This is automatic. Like if you need bench scoring, he's been that guy for the Timberwolves for the last couple of years. There's a reason why they kept him and gave him the money that he wanted, or he decided to sign for and stay there. Opportunity's there for him. He's the main guy off the bench there. That's why he's your winner, I'm assuming.
Yes.
Number 3, I went with Jordan Clarkson. He's back. He should be back, and he's going to be in a winning situation, like how he kind of was in Utah before when his final year. Donovan Mitchell and Rudy Gobert's final year, he was the guy off the bench to lay a spark plug. It's him. It's going to be Gershon Yabusele, unfortunately, for the Knicks. Malcolm Brogdon did retire, so he's not going to be in that second unit anymore. So he's going to have a lot of opportunity to score off the bench, and he's going to show why, this is why I went with the Knicks, to show people next year that he'll get a better contract.
I went with Grady at number 3 because 1, I'm a Raptors fan, but the main reason is I'm very confident that he's coming off the bench, so he's not going to be able to start unless like injuries permit that, and hopefully we just do stay healthy. And number 2, he's by far best bench player. There's no competition for him. He is a 6th man, whereas like in the Knicks, you could have Yabusele, you could have what's his name? Jordan Clarkson kind of have competition.
Hart, yeah. Josh
Hart, but I think Josh Hart's going to start, obviously.
I mean, when I was looking through, there's a lot of them had Josh Hart winning 6th man of the year, so I don't know.
I'm not confident. Yeah. That's why I didn't put Josh Hart in here. Like I had a feeling that he will start more games. And that's why I'm picking Grady. Like before, like it was Naz Reid and Nickeil Alexander-Walker. And even like if you go like 6 years back, remember the Harrell and Lou Williams?
Yeah.
Right? I know they've both found a way, and Lou Williams still won.
Both found a way to win.
And both found a way to win. But when I'm looking at it, I just feel like I feel like I'm most confident in picking guys that are like bona fide 6th man. Like this is the first guy coming off the bench, and there's no one else giving a little bit of competition. And I feel like that for Grady Dick. I also feel like that for Malik Monk. The only thing is I'm not confident if he's coming off the bench fully.
Yeah.
But overall, I know what Malik Monk could do off the bench, and this guy's been absolutely incredible.
So for that reason, I went Nickeil Alexander number 1. He is the guy that he was really good for them last year. Of course, they had Naz Reid, so he wasn't gonna get like that type of thing for them, in my opinion. But here, he's clearly the 6th man. He's gonna be coming off the bench, playmaking, scoring, playing defense. And then again, a big factor of why the Hawks are going to be 3rd place. As you can tell, I have a bunch of Hawks in my awards considerations, and Nickeil Alexander-Walker for me is no different.
Depoy, 2nd last award left.
My honorable mentions, both the Thompson twins off the bat. So I don't have a men in there this year. But number 3, I went with Chet Holmgren. If he's healthy, he wasn't on track to at least he was leading the race to start the year. Obviously, we knew Wemby should have taken it over eventually, but Chet, if he's healthy, he's going to be in the conversation. Number 2, similar to how we say about Naz Reid, similar to how we talk about all these other guys, Evan Mobley is there. He's emerging even more. He's going to be that defensive monster for these guys. And number 1, the most obvious one, similar to Cooper Flag, has got to be Victor Wembanyama, as long as he's on the court.
Yeah. So again, similar reason to you. I put Chet at number 3. I went with Aman Thompson number 2 just because he's going to be the primary
defender,
lockdown guy for any opposing star. And then the number 1, self-explanatory, is Victor Wembanyama. He was the winner last year. Unfortunately, he did get hurt and missed the rest of the year. So which is the reason why he didn't win. But overall, we know what this guy can do anywhere on the court. So when I'm looking at it, those are the top 3. And it's honestly pretty self-explanatory in each of these players in their cases.
MVP. Honorable mentions, Luka Dončić, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. I'm not putting him in the top 3 this year.
Damn.
Jalen Brunson are my honorable mentions. But my 3, 2, and 1, I went bold with number 3. I went with Kevin Durant. Hopefully he hits the 65 game threshold.
I'm going bold, but I'm picking a Hall of Famer.
I mean, it is bold though, because the guy has to play 65 games. It's not that. That's the tough part. All right, it is bold compared to like others. He's never been in consideration. I'm going with him to have an opportunity because he's the main scorer with Houston, and he should lead them hopefully to where we have them as a top 3 seed. But I just want to see someone old win it, and he has an opportunity this year as long as he plays the 65. Yeah, it's 65 or 55.
65.
Yeah, the game threshold to win the award. Number 2, Giannis Antetokounmpo. I know I have him in the plan, but I'm just going based on like, listen, this guy has the potential to lead him into a top 4 seed. He should be the winner by that chance. But number 1 for me, surprise, surprise, I'm going with Nikola Jokic this year. He's going to be in the conversation every year. This is his year again. I think he should win one again this year.
There's been a trend over the last few years of the 3 best players or the 3 people leading the MVP race, or 3 of the top 5, and that 3, and I'm gonna stick with that trend.
So you're going with the
Giannis 3, Shai 2, Jokic 1, winning it, getting his revenge from last year after Shai beat him out.
So explain the Shai thing.
Shai, like
no championship hangover or anything like that. He's just
bro, like they'll be ready to play. It's as simple as that. Like there's nothing needs to be explained here. This has been the 2 best players in basketball for the last couple of years, and obviously Giannis at the number 3 spot. Giannis, honestly, with the 2, Giannis low-key got underrated the last couple of years because of the 2 people ahead of him in Jokic and Shai just dominating the MVP race.
And not even just them, like guys like Luka during his Dallas years was in the conversation as well.
Yeah, Jokic and Shai right now, 1 or 2, wherever you want to put it, but that's just been dominating that, and they've just been dominating the MVP race for like the last few years. Giannis, again, I have him in my top 6. I think Giannis can go Superman. And realistically, the way I talked about the Bucks and making the top 6, Giannis should be my winner. But I just know Jokic and Shai are going to be ahead of him because that's just what it has been for the last few years.
It's going to be, I think, a hard award to predict this year as well because Luka being in the mix as well. Brunson, and even for you, Anthony Edwards, if you're giving him Clutch Player of the Year, should be in the mix as well. It's time. We don't need to go through our playoff teams because just check out our Eastern and Western Conference teams. Essentially, our top 8 teams are the playoff teams. We're not going to bother with, is this 9th seed, 10th seed going to make the play for the playoff? I just went strictly my top 8 of the playoff
realistically,
teams.
They're no playing teams going to make it to the final anyway. So,
but I'm just saying, just realistically, that's just what I'm saying. So make sure you guys check out those videos out so you guys know who our actual playoff teams are, the top 8 from each conference. So get straight to the finals here. I have the OKC Thunder beating the New York Knicks. OKC Thunder, I understand we haven't had a repeat champion since 2018 Golden State Warriors, and since then the 2019 Raptors onwards till now, we've had a different champion. We really thought the Celtics had a really good chance of doing it this year on injuries, and they didn't really have the great year. They didn't have the greatest start or greatest moments throughout the year last year as well. But this OKC Thunder team is young. A lot of the team is coming back. Nothing's really broken up. They might be hungry. The people are going to keep saying the Tyrese Halliburton bullshit. Not Tyrese Halliburton bullshit, but like the fans are going to say that like, if he was healthy, you guys would have lost, blah, blah, blah. That should be in their ears. I'm giving them, they're the best team. We have them as a dynasty for a reason, an emerging dynasty, and this is their next step to it. And then beating the New York Knicks. Listen, the New York Knicks should be, again, I said it in our Eastern Conference video, this team should be getting to the finals this year. They're the most healthy team. They have more depth now, and they should get to it.
When I'm looking at my finals predictions, the most confident I've been for a team to go back-to-back is the OKC Thunder. So I have them winning it all. And I have them also same finals prediction. It's the New York Knicks. They should be making it to the
I'm
finals
surprised you
this
did
year.
not go with the Magic.
Yeah, but like the Knicks should be. Knicks are still.
I mean, a lot of their roster is also the same, and they added more
and they added
pieces.
some good pieces as well. So like when I'm looking at it, the Knicks have a path. It'll be very disappointing if they don't make the NBA Finals this
And
year.
especially if they trade for Giannis somehow.
Yeah, but I don't think that's happening.
Yeah.
But yeah, OKC has the best opportunity to go back to back, even more than last year's Celtics. And like you said, we do have them as an emerging dynasty because look at how young their roster is. The youngest or second youngest team, I believe, to ever win. So because of that, like they have chances to win this year, the year after, and the year after that, and onwards.
So pretty much that wraps it up for us. As mentioned before, make sure you guys comment down below all your award winners, all your NBA Finals matchup, and who's going to be the NBA champion this year by the end of the year. We would like to engage with you guys in the comments. Make sure you guys hit the subscribe button, like this video. More content will be coming for you guys soon. Weekly content. So you guys do not want to miss that. Upcoming on the screen right now is our Western Conference predictions and preview. Make sure you guys check out that video. We'll catch you guys over there, and we'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.